Well, hey everybody, we're Andrew and Vanessa Hoyes, and we're Senior Presidential Directors with Lifewave. And we're super excited about this X39 technology that we're speaking about. It's global. It's why we love that it's in Canada as well as all over the world, and speaking to a whole bunch of our people in Canada that have had their lives changed because of this.
So we have been patching for 18 months, but the person that sends you this video might even be brand new. They could be like me. I was calling my friends when literally I saw a presentation and hadn't even got the patch yet. But what they're going to be talking about if they can't see you in person is this.
This little patch that's just over the size of a loonie, and it's a small little technology, all organic material, which is what I love about this. No drugs, chemicals, or stimulants, and it is just changing people's lives.
You take it off.
So all you do is you got a little sticker at the back. You take that off, patch it on the back of your head or under your belly button,
Your neck.
back of your neck, head, neck, wherever. And on your belly button or anywhere where you have pain. So sometimes I wake up, I have old injuries that over the last 18, 19 months, like I hardly have any pain now. But every so often you have a niggle, I'll just put it straight in that area. And literally now, because I've been doing it for so long, and even back then, 30 seconds or minutes, I don't feel it again. So these are the types of things we're seeing, but it's not just a pain patch, is it, Vanessa?
No, we're going to talk about what it is. We're going to show you a brief presentation and then hear some amazing stories. But the question that we ask you and people are asking all over the world actually is, have you been patched yet? And really what we're asking is, are you using a wearable light therapy patch that will elevate, activate, and regenerate your own body's stem cells? Because here's the problem. Our stem cells are in decline from the moment we are born. People often ask, well, what do stem cells do? Well, they're the body's raw materials. So they'll become whatever cell your body needs. Does it need heart cells, eye cells, lung cells? When these cells that are going to sleep wake up, they know where to prioritize and what to do.
Exactly. It's the healing, which is then anti-aging system in your body. This is why your health is your true wealth, right? And so many people don't invest really enough in that until later on. And so we want to help people at all seasons of life to get these stem cells going again. As Vanessa just said, at the age of 30, half of your stem cells have become deactivated. They've basically gone to sleep. By the time you're 60, unfortunately, around 95%, depending on how active and fit and what you're doing and how you're looking after yourself, 95% of those stem cells have gone to sleep. And so this reactivates. It's a proprietary form of phototherapy, which basically we are heat and light beings. Yeah. You put those night goggles on at night, you see the heat signature of humans. That's what we are. And so it's actually reflecting your own heat and light back into your body. And what it does is it stimulates your copper peptides that activates your stem cells. And what's great about this, it's a patented nanocrystal technology. Now, we're not talking about little robots and metals and everything. It's totally organic material, salts, amino acids, and sugars that was created by an incredible inventor as a lattice work that when it touches your body and is activated by your own heat and light, that's when the healing process, that's when all those things begin to start.
It mirrors a frequency of light that is literally going to tell your stem cells to begin to wake up.
Absolutely. And it's, like I said, non-transdermal, which means nothing's going past the skin barrier. So nothing's going into your bloodstream, no drugs, chemicals, or stimulants.
It's amazing. So athletes can wear it. People in hospital can wear it. Anyone can wear it because there's nothing being ingested or injected.
That's right, which is the game changer of this technology. Because as you know, when you pop a pill or whatever, you don't know really what that's doing to your body. With this, there's no risks. It's only doing good things. And here's the incredible thing. It's so simple to wear. I actually think it was made for men, because who knows us men, we like things simple. I know I do. So it's 12 hours on during the day, because you'll get energy from this. It gets everything going, so you don't want to sleep with this. And 12 hours on, 12 hours off. So your body can restore and rejuvenate. And then you just throw it away and then put on another patch in the morning, same thing, and then throw it away that night. You must drink plenty of water and activate it with a good Celtic sea salt or a electrolyte. But as you can see in the screen, back of your neck, under your belly button, or anywhere where you have pain or need a benefit from. So benefits of X39, these are just some of them. We literally wake up every day to people sharing their stories of what this is doing in their life. But people are experiencing increased strength, mental clarity, reduced inflammation, restored muscle and skeletal conditions, increased stamina, improvement of sleep. Who knows? Your body restores when you sleep. And so many people we talk to don't sleep well these days. I wasn't. I hadn't slept good for a couple of decades. I was on a sleep apnea machine. Within 3 months, I was off the sleep apnea machine. Vanessa didn't need to sleep next to Death Vader anymore. And I had energy when I woke up. I slept all the way through the night. I wasn't going to the bathroom 4 times, and all those things when you wake up and you're disturbed. So game changer. And we're hearing that from so many people. Energy and vitality through the roof, not that nervous energy, but that healthy energy. An improved skin appearance, which so many people desire, need, and want. And we're seeing that from so many different people. So long-term results. There are massive long-term results with this. But firstly, you could go to thisisinfo.com, like at the top of the screen says. You go to that later on, and it is incredibly transparent, shares all about the technology, about the company, about the inventor, and the testimonies. I'm telling you, you'll need a box of tissues when you start going through those. Seeing from little children that couldn't speak, that had some of those, what would you call it?
Non-verbal ways of relating, just that neurodivergent challenges on the
that's the word, neurodivergent. And so all of a sudden, after never speaking to their parents, starting to say mum, dad, incredible stories from everything. So people say, could it do this? We would say it probably could. So in the first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset. I didn't even know we had 4,000 genes, so I thought that was pretty good. Within 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. I felt that as one part of what I've felt, and so many other people, been a game changer. Within 3 months, your collagen is increased inside and outside, not just your face, but around your vital organs. And within 6 months, your heart reverses in age. And the average age heart reversal was 8 years. So incredible things.
Here's a scan of a woman's brain, and she's 77. All that red is the inflammation we were just discussing, and inflammation is the root cause of all disease really in our body. At session 3, 6 weeks later, there is no more red, all the coherence between left and right. Now listen, friends, this is not just in a 77-year-old woman's brain. Our daughter had 3 major brain injuries, concussions. Within 6 weeks, she had no more migraines. She was so regulated. It's like we got our daughter back.
Amazing.
Young babies, as Andrew just said, are being born with so much challenge these days, the toxins around, all the stresses of life. So to get inflammation out of brain is a huge win. And this is happening everywhere we look.
And we love that this is a patented technology. I mean, it literally says in the patent, elevating copper peptides, including activation of stem cells. So, and all those other great things. So 2 things that patents does that's amazing. Well, number one is you can't just get one. It's a big process, and the owner and inventor now has over 200. So he's serious about what he does, and that's why he's so well known. But what it does is it gives you that assurance and trust that it's coming from the source. So it's not coming from some factory in China or somewhere else that we don't know really what's in there. When you get it through your brand partner, the person that has introduced this to you, you know it's coming from the source, from the company. So you know what it is, it has the trust there. The second thing is so many people, especially in the world that we live in today, need more than one income. We can't live with just one income anymore. We're coaches. We always encourage people to have at least 3 income streams. The goal would be 7. And so for this, many people, as they share, are getting compensated for that. So for a lot of people, as they share, because they're getting such great results and they're seeing what it's doing with their friends and family. Or even if they're not,
they just believe the testimonies and share it with everyone.
Well, absolutely, because they know it's going to work on someone else as well as them. So as they begin to share and they share and they share, they get compensated from that. That's what we love about this industry. And so that's even just to pay for their patches, or for many people like us and many people on our team wanting to replace their incomes and more by building another income.
David Schmidt is like the hero of the story really here, because he is the
Yes.
owner and inventor. That's a huge deal in the direct selling space, because often a new product is put on the market in direct selling, and then they pay someone big as an inventor to validate, or a scientist to validate. This has been his baby for 20 years. He was seconded by the US military and then the elite athletes with this light therapy technology, but he focused way before others on stem cell research, because he knew there had to be a certain frequency of light that would elevate our own body's ability to heal itself by regenerating stem cells. So 10 years of research, he brought this game changer to market.
Yes.
GHKCU is the copper peptide. It elevates. It is called the fountain of youth peptide. We don't have enough of it in our body. Those of you that are going to see this because you're practitioners or you're estheticians and you see this presentation, you got to understand this is so complementary to what you already do. Chiropractors, osteopaths, every single person we know that is now adding this into the way they serve people are fast tracking their results, and also building trust, because you're not just saying I can help you, but you're sending people away with tools as well. But it is so unique, and that's what we're talking about when we talk about this opportunity and a social responsibility to share this around the world. So we do have testimonies, but we like, before we hear them, to say to you, this is a product that takes time. Don't expect an overnight result, even though we'll share that some happen to people. This is regenerative technology, and you've got to think 1 month per decade of your life before you might see those real optimal things. And even then, you might say, I want my shoulder pain gone, and yet your eyesight increases and gets better, and then you need less prescription. But you want to track what is happening, because sometimes you don't realize wellness signs until you start to write them down. Go to thisisitinfo.com, as Andrew said, have a look. Click on all these videos. These are all videos and categories of videos where you can start to see subjects that might just give people hope. Again, not promise, but hope for their own breakthroughs that they're looking for. These are personal text messages around blood pressure, around no more seizures, around cerebral palsy, around muscle ache, and all these things, and wound healing. We see the before and afters. We see the hair regrowth. We see the skin repair. We see the videos, and we see doctor after doctor talking about this. So you've got to understand the evidence is there, but there is nothing like hearing real life stories. And what's happening in Canada is so exciting, because you and I both know the Canadian health system is not at its most optimal. And we love doctors and we validate medical professionals. This is not an anti that. But to have another tool in your tool belt to help your body heal is amazing. So we want to hear from a few friends that have been patching for a little while, and they came early in when we got our hands on this over 18 months ago. So did Stafford and Michelle. So thank you.
Yes, yes, I was one of the early ones with Vanessa that was still learning as we went, and just sending me a couple of videos, and I was just blown away of testimonies of what was happening in people. And I had really been suffering quite a bit with extreme exhaustion and just not rebounding back after, weeks of whatever we were moving. And when we had settled in and that, I just knew my body, there was not something that was going on. So that, and I had reached out to Vanessa, and she was sharing this technology with me. And so I signed up, like absolutely shared it with Stafford and said, yeah, we need to do this. And within probably the first 3 weeks, my energy levels, the ability to sleep was just, I slept so well, but the energy that was coming back, the brain fog that was going, the 3 o'clock wall, I wasn't hitting anymore. I mean, I was just really amazed at that. And then I started to see other things that I really wasn't expecting. At first, for me, it happened within probably about a month. It started, but I had 2 herniated discs, one in my neck and one in my lower back, and I could not lift up my grandson. And after about 2 months of using the X39, there was a situation that I had to pick him up, and I did. And there was no pain whatsoever. And it's been like that ever since. Gardening is not a problem for me whatsoever. I've had really bad acid reflux over the years as well too, and GERDs and everything. And I really felt that there's been a total healing like that is really happening through that whole system for me. I have a daughter who was really suffering incredibly with IBS and all kinds of digestive issues. And within a matter of probably 6 months for her, that she was able to even eat some dairy. Like that was an absolute no-no, and gluten as well too. So we've seen things in our personal family as well. My father, he's 92 years old right now, and about 3 years ago was diagnosed with mild dementia. And I started him on X39 over a year ago now. And after 8 months, we took him off the medication. He's not been back on it. He's absolutely fine. And he's really, the doctor is actually really quite impressed as to where he has when they retested him. And yes, so we can go on and on and on. I mean, even things that I'm feeling in my body now, that it's been more than, it's been 18 months as well for us. And I just know things are moving around. I feel the energy, my skin, the collagen, all of those things. I am seeing things, just results that like it's like Christmas every few months. There's something else new happening, and I'm pretty excited about that. What about you?
For myself, it has to do with energy. I did a lot of working out before I started doing the X39, and it definitely helped to mediate that and helped me to step back into that kind of regimen without undue pain or stress on my body. And it also helps me with clarity of thought because I have a fairly focused job that I have to do in front of the computer every day, so the brain doesn't wander anymore. I can actually concentrate on what I'm doing, and the energy levels have just been really good. So it's definitely been beneficial for myself.
Yeah.
Great to
Amazing.
hear. Love that.
Thanks for sharing. Kate.
Hi there. Well, my journey with Lifewave and the X39 started in October 2024, so 9 months ago, halfway in on Stafford and Michelle's journey. And thank you, Stafford and Michelle. I don't know where we'd be without them. Briefly, with my husband and my daughter and my son are also patching. My son and my husband get up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning because work starts at 5:30 in the morning. So those early morning drives to work, and all of a sudden they realized one morning that they were just like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. They just felt completely alive and aware of everything. And it was just no brain fog. No brain fog. For me, the journey has really impacted me with my menopause symptoms. I started with severe menopause symptoms when I turned 50. Hot flashes so bad, my sight would literally blur and I would almost pass out. They were so severe. And I slowly managed to get them down to a point where they were still there all the time, all day long, but I was taking so many herbal supplements to just kind of weigh them down. Within weeks of starting the X39, it was clearing. It was just going away. I wasn't the cause of global warming anymore. It was just amazing. And within 4 or 5 months, and I no longer take any supplements, none whatsoever. And I'm just like, wee, I can live again. Brain fog's gone because it's just gone. I have energy. I have strength because my job, I'm lifting 40 and 50 pounds in fabrics every day. So, I can lift and not worry about my lower back issues lifelong. And it's just changed everything. just changed everything. It's been a complete turnaround for me. It's so exciting. So exciting.
Amazing.
Thank you so much for sharing. I love that. So appreciate you. Carol and Guy. These are all people out of Ottawa, by the way, Ontario.
That's right. That's right. We started over a year ago, and through Stafford and Michelle, very good friends of ours. And we immediately I started getting results. The brain fog lifted. I was my main issue was my neck and my lower back. Just because I was doing eyelash extensions bent over, for 10 years. And then, yes, I did do a cartwheel with my granddaughter, which hurt my hip really bad, very badly, but it's gone. It's gone now. And, but the biggest issue I think that really, really inspired me with this patch was my heart. I've been having palpitations, high, very low, very, very high. And to the point where I had to go to the hospital. One day I told Guy, I says, I think this is too much. And it would usually happen at night, which I would say, okay, well, I'll sleep through it, or I'll just, motor through it. And then I'd fall back asleep at some point. But this was really intense. So we get to the hospital. They diagnosed me with AFib. And then I thought, okay, all right, makes sense, I guess. And so I was on medication and did some tests, and the medication was making me sick. And I said, okay, I got to do something. So I started doing a protocol with the patches. And it was the X39, the X49, and a neon. And ever since then, I haven't had an episode. And I was getting them 2 weeks to every month. And then it would skip maybe 2-3 months, and then I'd get them again, all over again. And I thought, okay, well, I couldn't even explain it. But yeah, I haven't had an episode since. So it's wonderful. And Guy?
Well, for me, there's a couple of things, but maybe I'll focus on one. And I had some sort of lesion on my skin, and went to the doctor. They took it off, and it grew back, and went back, and they did the same procedure a year later. And then, but I had started patching. Well, it disappeared. It never came back, and it's completely healed. And what I wanted to mention, because there's people on this call that we know from a few years, and my daughter, I've known her for a long, long time, actually. But I was going to say is the skin is the glow in people that take the patch, like Vanessa, Andrew, like you guys glow on these YouTube, and the same with Carol, and I find the same, and Michelle. That's I find that's the same, and Joe. For those that have been patching, that the skin, it does show through the skin, actually.
The collagen rebuild.
I just observed that. It's
so true. It's 18 months for us, and we were just so mesmerized over the first 6 months getting to know certain people and seeing. And my girls, they're all young adults. They're like, it's the glow up. It's the X39 glow up.
It is, yeah.
And I've had skin issues for almost most of my life, so it's definitely massive improvements.
Yeah. So we're so grateful for all your testimonies. And again, this is going to go throughout Canada because Canadians need to hear Canadian stories. We do understand that. And we're all part of the Commonwealth. And sometimes we can say it can sound too good to be true, obviously, but there is so much impact. And the only way you're going to know is to get patching or to also share with other people at the same time. And so we just want to show you, what does that mean to partner with Lifewave as a brand partner, to either just patch or to also take that
right.
opportunity to share with others.
Exactly. This could be just for you and your health. And you just want to know more about what it does for you and share it with friends, or it's someone where you want to go and share it with others and be compensated for that. And so at least you can pay for your own patches, even though you're about to find out they're extremely affordable, like less than a coffee per day.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous, especially with tipping and everything these days in Canada. Way more is a coffee than this. So extremely affordable. And then for those that want to build other incomes, it's just so easy to share because everybody needs it.
Yeah.
Anyone that's breathing needs this patch. And the longer you're on it, the more results you get, which is amazing. What I love about this company, it's a 20-year-old company, so didn't start yesterday and just sort of threw it out there to try to make some money. It has credibility. It's not a scam. Can't do 20 years as a scam. It is the amount of results that this company awards. It's the fastest growing company in this direct selling space in the last 2 years. So this company is only going forwards. It's in over 85 countries. So if you have a friend in one of those countries, we can get it there for you. And so you can reach so many people with this. And then it's not a Me Too product. It's not like you have your creams, your oils, your pills, potions, and so on, and everybody else does. And those things are great. I mean, we use them in different things at different times, but no one else has this. We have that patent that's at least 16 years. And usually you can have it for even longer. So no, we have no competition with this, and you know where it's coming from. So it was a $20 million revenue company in 2021, and overnight it'll become $1 billion this year. That's how fast this is growing. You will see people in the next 12 to 18 months or faster with that patch somewhere on their body walking past you in the street. This thing is about to go like wildfire.
And that's why we want the brand partner that share this with you. They want you to know that when you do see it, if it's not a yes straight away, you come back to them because they're going to understand how to serve you best. And they're going to ask you why. Is this just about you getting healthy? Then that matters because your health, as Andrew said, is your wealth. But for us, we were looking for a tool and another business opportunity that genuinely helped people, but also gave us back time. We had to leave Canada, Montreal, Quebec. We moved to Florida and then back to Australia because my father was given only months to live. Due to the patches, we actually got about a year of quality time with him. But time matters to us. We've got 4 gorgeous girls. One already lives back in Montreal. Time freedom matters to us. And this business has afforded us that as we share it with people all over the world. But you'll have other dreams and other reasons why you want to get partnering. So you reach out to your brand partner, tell them, let that dreamer awaken, because it's really simple how to get started. So I need to show you what that looks like and how to get started with the product. Will you just share about the patches while I...
So with this patch, you get 30 in every sleeve of these. So you get 30 of those. So that's 1 month's worth. So we're about to show you the 3 different options, that we share, which is the core, the advanced, and the premium pack. So the core pack is 3 months worth. So 3 packs of these. It's really for someone who's just wanting to get started, maybe financially a little bit struggling at the moment. And that's what we love about the other side of this business, because as you share, it can help you with that. But to get started, but we always encourage people that you need 1 month being on the patch for every decade of life. So I just turned 50 last month. I needed at least 5 months to start seeing my stem cells activated and really regenerating like they should. And I'm just getting more and more results as I go along. So that's great to start for core, for someone who's just wanting the product. For those that are, again, of that more my age and above, or 2 people together in a household, the advanced pack is 6 of these sleeves. So 2 people getting 3 months minimum to get started at the advanced, and then continuing to go on from that, which we help you with. But also that activates the business opportunity for you to start earning that income as you share and they share and they share. You could be earning, there's an uncapped amount in this business that, again, we share with you later on as well. And so that's if you're curious, wanting to get started and see, even just paying for your own patches. And then the premium pack really is for those who either have a big family. It's at the best price at $87.50 instead of $99.95 from the other packs. But you get 20 of these sleeves, so 20 months worth. But it's all about getting it out and sharing. And while you're getting your results, you start building that other income stream as well, because everyone needs this, and you may as well be compensated for it. So Vanessa and I and many others on this presentation jumped into Premier or upgraded pretty quickly because they saw the opportunity. We also needed, because we're out patching people all the time. Where we used to live, we're from Australia, we used to live in Montreal and St. Augustine, Florida. So we're back this part of the world at the moment, and we're patching people all over, getting it out there. We need product ourselves as well. It's like a running stock for you. And then if someone orders from us, and maybe it could take, depending on Canada Post, a week or so to come in, then we can at least give them a month's worth to get started. And then when theirs comes in, they give us a month back. So they're the three different options: core, advanced, and premium. And so depending on your situation and what you would love to do with this opportunity will determine on which pack that you and your brand partner talk about.
So circle back with the brand partner that showed you this. They probably showed you because they want you to hear the real information before you order, or you can take this YouTube video and share it with other people as well. You can either become a referral partner, just send them back to your friend, or you can say, hey, actually you can order from me as soon as you get ordering. So we want to hear your stories later. We're an amazing community of people that gather all around the world, and we really deeply care about your breakthroughs. And so we want to make sure that you get patched as soon as possible.
As soon as possible. So what normally happens is people say yes, and then they want to be patched that minute. So get your order in with your brand partner. Let's get this sent to you as fast as possible. If you live near them and they have extra stock, then they'll give you a month and you just return that to them when yours comes in, so we can start getting results. And you could be the next testimony on a presentation like this, as we hear you and the people you love in your world and people you're serving with this incredible opportunity to see what testimonies and success stories they start to receive.